Assumptions of Carl Pearson's coefficient of correlation method. What are the two assumptions? No cause and effect relationship. Correct. There is linear relationship between the two variables and there is cause and effect relationship between the two variables. These are the two assumptions. Okay. Akanksha properties. Correlation coefficient always lies between -1 and +1. That is -1 less than equal to r less than equal to 1. Hit.
So it is free from any units of measurement.
Correct. It is free from units of measurement. Means whatever are the units of x and whatever are the units of y, correlation will not be expressed in any of these units. It's a pure number. Dhruv, third property.
If it is x correlation between x and y and correlation between y and x are same.
Correct. Correlation between x and y and correlation between y and x are same. Then Amruta, fourth property. Others, silence. All the properties you'll write 7 times. Sit down. Parik, third property. Fourth.
The correlation between x and y is same as correlation between u and v.
And how do you express it in the language form? You'll also write 7 times. Pooja?
Correlation coefficient does not have anything with origin.
Yes. Correlation coefficient is not affected by change of origin and scale. And then you will say correlation between x and y will remain same as correlation between u and v. Main is the first point. It is not affected by origin and scale. And Yuvraj, last property. See, I already told you theory is very important, and if you are supposed to learn it, you have to learn it by heart and come. I'll be asking it. You also read all the properties 7 times. Sit down. Attack. Last property. Correct. If the sign, so many examples I gave in the last video. To explain this single property, I wasted 10 minutes. If the sign of any one variable is changed, then the sign of correlation coefficient will also change. Means in symbols r minus xy will be equal to minus rxy, or even rx minus y will be equal to minus rxy. And if you change the sign of both the variables, then the sign of correlation coefficient will remain same. Means in symbols r minus x minus y will remain same as rxy. Are you all clear with that? So, rank correlation. All of you read the formula 20 times?
Yes.
So, tell me the formula, Asta.
R is equal to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n into n square minus 1.
Correct. R equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n into n square minus 1. It is so simple that I won't be solving 3 questions on the board. Normally, what do I do? One sum, one together. Now no need of together. I'll solve one on the board and one you will try on your own, and you will also feel that it's not required. Okay? So let us take up with this. What is that D? How do you obtain that DI term? Rx minus Ry. And I discussed orally how to assign the ranks. I give you an example. Highest marks, highest value, first rank, lowest value, last rank. Normally as we give the ranks in the class. Okay? So look at exercise number 2.3. Page number 99. No, in fact 100 page number. Page number 100. Question number 4. So this I am doing on the board, then one you will try on your own. Then I take up a new concept. Okay, this I am doing on the board, one you will try on your own, then you will take up one new concept in the class. Okay, then? Question number 4. First I am discussing it orally so that you understand it. The following information is obtained by taking a sample of 10 students from the students of a science college. Students have no relevance. The serial number of students 1 to 10 has no relevance. We'll say let marks in mathematics be X and let marks in statistics be Y. Now, look at marks in mathematics, everyone. What is the highest value?
98.
So the person getting 98 marks will get first rank. Then after 98, 90 will get second rank. Able to understand? After 90, 82 will get third rank. I think everyone is clear. And so on, we will give the 10 ranks. So what I will do on the board is I'll explain the ranks of X and I'll ask you the ranks of Y. So first write down let marks in mathematics be X. What is the confusion? We have to write the values of X and Y in the same manner as they are given in the question. Okay? As in how the values are given, copy it down in the same manner. Let marks in mathematics be X. Let marks in statistics be Y. Okay, and note down the values of X and Y. Any confusions with this? Now, who all are still writing it? Here no need of X bar, Y bar. In this method, X bar, Y bar, etc. is not required. The calculations are far more simple than Carl Pearson's, and if it comes in exams, it will be for 3 marks only. It will not be for 5 marks. What will come in 5 marks is Carl Pearson's only. Moreover, if nothing is mentioned in the question, I already told you, you should solve by Carl Pearson's. Here you can see it is mentioned at the end. Find the rank correlation coefficient between ability of students in subject of mathematics and statistics. It is given rank. So it will be clearly given in exams if a rank is to be found out. Raise your hand who is still writing the values of X and Y. All have written it. Now see, very first we will mark the ranks of X. Very first we will mark the ranks of X. This I will explain you. Ranks of Y I will ask you. Who will get the first rank? Who is scoring? 98 marks. So 98 give rank 1. So simple procedure. Able to get it? After that, who will get second rank? Who is scoring? 90 marks. Give rank 2. Who will get third rank? 82 marks. Any confusion in that? Who will get fourth rank? 78 marks. Number it as 4. Raise your hand who is not able to understand the ranking. All are able to follow? After 78, who will get fifth rank? 75. Sixth? 65. 7th? 62. 8th? 39. 9th? 36. 10th? 25. Raise your hand who wants me to explain the ranks again. Means you'll be able to answer me for Y? All are confident? Okay, so Krina, tell me the ranks of Y. 91 we will get 1, first rank. Then 84 will mark it as 2. Then correct, 86. 86 we will mark it as 2. Then 84 3. No? What did you say? 68. No. 68 will mark it as 4. Then 62 as 5. Then 60 as 6. Then 58 as 7. Then 53 as 8. Then 51 as 9. Then 47 as 10. Raise your hand who did not understand this. I have skipped one type of questions here, which you'll be doing on your own completely in homework. What type of questions? Where these ranks are directly given. We are directly doing the questions where we are assigning the ranks. You have some questions where the ranks are directly given. That you will be doing on your own, because then you don't have to find Rx and Ry. Directly Rx and Ry is given to you. Is everyone okay with that? Now how do we find D? Rx minus Ry. So write down D equals to Rx minus Ry, and what we require is D square. Further, if you remember, I made you write that total of D should always come 0. Made you write sigma D will always be equal to 0. We'll verify that. So this is a simple procedure. Rx minus Ry. 8 minus 10. 6 minus 8. 7 minus 7. 2 minus 2. 3 minus 5. 5 minus 4. 10 minus 6. 1 minus 1. 9 minus 9. 4 minus 3. Got it, everyone? Raise your hand who did not understand D values. Now negative is 2, 4, 6. Negative total is 6. Positive is 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1, 6. So does the total come 0 or not? Always cross verify that. If it does not come 0, means you have done some mistake in calculation of D, or you have done mistake in markings of ranks X and Y. Okay? Now we need D square. So minus 2 square.
4.
Again minus 2 square. 0 square.
4.
Minus 2 square. 4. 1 square. 1. 4 square.
60.
0 square.
0.
0 square. 1 square.
1.
So
30.
4 3s are 12. Plus 1, 13, 29, 30. Anyone who did not understand this workings? All of you will. So if you are directly given with the ranks, it becomes more simple. Directly you have to find D and then D square. So those questions you directly do in homework. Ranks are directly given. No need to waste time in class for that. Okay, now we will apply that formula. R equals to 1 minus 6 sigma D square upon n into n square minus 1. Okay, this formula we will apply. Shall I proceed further? Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Everyone has completed. Shall I proceed? So 1 minus 6 into, what did we obtain? Sigma D square. So in sigma D square we will write 30. Okay? Upon how many observations are there? 10. So n is 10. In bracket 10 square minus 1. Any confusion in this? N is 10, so 10 in bracket 10 square minus 1. Raise your hand who is still writing up till here. Complete right side you have to solve first. 1 minus will do in the last step only. Complete right side you have to solve first. 1 minus will do in the last step only. Okay? What is 6 into 30? 180 upon 10 into what is 10 square? 100 minus 1? Any confusion in that? So 1 minus 180 upon, what is 100 minus 1? 99. So 1 minus 180 upon what is 10 into 99? 990. Now do this first. 180 divided by 990. 0.18. So 1 minus 0.18, 0.82. What will you conclude? 0.82. High degree of positive. It's quite obvious. If you are good in maths, then you are good in stats. High degree of positive correlation. So simple. Compared to calculations. No confusion of any 6 formulas. Only one formula. But it will be for 3 months. Right, everyone? And it can come negative also. If this value is more than 1, then 1 minus that will come negative. Okay? So write the conclusion. Okay. Write down the conclusion.